Hey y'all, I see people are coming in. Hey everybody, I decided to go live. You guys know I never go live, okay? But I'm trying to get out of my comfort zone. I'm trying to do something different. This is a new year. We got to do new things. And I'm in here getting ready to cook, and I thought it would be fun to turn on the live and cook while I talk to you. So bear with me. Y'all know I don't hold anything back. It's all real. And so I could have cleaned up before I turned on the live, but I keep it real. So I'm going to be doing a little bit of that while I do a little bit of this. So hey everybody, thanks so much for tuning in. I'm so excited, y'all. I'm super nervous. I'm super nervous about going live. I really am. So bear with me. I'm probably going to be rambling and not having too much to say, but I'm here and we're going to cook a little bit. Y'all probably tired of collard greens, but that's what we cooking today. I went to Publix, and you'll see a video of me in Publix that'll post on my other channel soon. But I went to Publix today with every intention of cooking chicken spaghetti, garlic bread, and a salad. And while I was in Publix, my husband texted to see if I was getting some rest, and I told him that I was in the store and he wanted collard greens. Y'all, didn't we just have collard greens like last week? We just had collard greens last week, but he wanted them in. He old country boy. And he loved himself some greens and beans and different stuff like that. So got to give the man what he want, right? How's your Sunday? I hope everybody's enjoying their Sunday, that everybody is well and doing good. Today is my first day off, y'all. And I don't know, it's been a rough week. Not because it was busy. It was a rough week because it was super slow at work. And working 10 hours a day, sitting around doing nothing. I don't know, it wears me out more than if I had a lot to do. If I was busy, because like last night was the first night that we've been busy, and I left work refreshed. I left work not sleepy, like I'm just about to pass out driving down the road. I was wide awake and alert. I didn't have to talk to my husband all the way home. You know, I didn't have any problems. But the 2 nights before, especially New Year's, hey pretty lady, love your hair. Thank you, Nicole. The 2 nights that we had absolutely nothing to do and was wondering why we were even at work, New Year's Eve and New Year's, it was super slow. And when I left work, I was exhausted. Hey, is it Jackie? I like it when you're busy at work too. Yeah, it makes a big difference. It really does make a, is it Jackie? I hope I'm pronouncing it right, you guys. I don't like to mispronounce people's names, but it's hard when I'm not having an actual conversation with them. So, but yeah, I'm exhausted just from not doing anything. 10 hours of not doing anything is rough. It's super rough. Okay, I almost got the dishes in the sink, and then I'm gonna start cleaning and cutting up my collards. But I'm gonna gotta talk myself through what I wanna do first. I'm gonna put my smoked turkey on, and then I'll start cleaning and cutting up the collards. And I'll try to adjust the camera where you can see what I'm doing while I'm doing it. It's kind of awkward being on live, trying to make sure the camera's right, trying to get everything in and all of that, but we'll get it done. So anyway, y'all talk to me. Tell me how you doing. Just say hello so I can see who's online. Y'all know I love y'all. I love to talk to you. And I love to know, that you're there, what you're thinking about, etc. So y'all talk to me so I can see. I should really set up like a Zoom thing where we can be in the same room and kind of talk to each other. Like, I just really want to know you guys. So I don't know. We'll see. I'll try to plan that. Y'all know I'm always working on my schedules, just super busy. I need to turn on the dishwasher, but I don't want to take away the noise. Okay. All right. So let's see who we got. Hey, Brandy. Yeah, okay, we're gonna try to work it out. Seriously, West. Hey, Seriously, West, we made it. Joyce. Hey, Joy. Hey, my YouTube daughter. Jennifer Nixon, you guys, is on here. She's my YouTube daughter. Shout out to her and her family. Kelsey. Hey, Kelsey. Hey, Wadeen. Shout out to Jennifer Nixon and her family. They closed on their house. Their house has been moved out, and they will be moving in after a while. I know it doesn't feel like it, but you will. Lynn McDonald, hey girl, hey. Okay. Trying to get this straightened out, you guys. I really should have cleaned up before I called y'all so I could get right into cooking. But I literally just got in from Publix. Now, for any of y'all that are oldies but goodies, y'all know I love Walmart or Food Depot, but I went to Publix today, y'all. I feel so special. I wanted to get some boar's head. My husband and I have got to get better with not eating out at work. So I went and got some boar's head turkey. I got, what kind did I get? I'll show you what I got. Let's see. Let me show you what I got. I didn't get a lot because I want to make sure that we are going to do right by eating, by taking our lunch. I got this is Kobe Longhorn Half Moon turkey. I think this is the maple glaze. And this says Oven Gold Turkey Breast. This is the one that tastes just like a Thanksgiving turkey. So I got 2 types of turkey. We got some boar's head Swiss cheese and some boar's head American cheddar. So, and I also got some homemade bread, and I got a small one. This is already sliced because I never buy this for my husband, and I want to make sure he's going to eat it before I get a whole loaf. So, just like with kids, you got to make sure they're going to eat something before you invest a lot into. I don't want to get a bunch of it and then it spoils. You know what I'm saying? So, my goodness, we got 26 people online. I didn't expect anybody. So I'm glad y'all are here. This is smoked turkey, you guys. This isn't I usually get the Cajun smoked turkey from Food Depot, but I got the brand that Publix had. So while I'm cooking the greens, I'm going to add my own like red peppers to it. But since I boil and pour the water off a couple of times just to make sure all the sodium is out, I'm gonna wait until it actually starts cooking. So let's go ahead and get that on the stove, and I'm gonna turn it on high because I wanted to go ahead and start boiling. And then next up, I'm going to start cleaning and cutting up my greens. So that's what we're gonna do next. All right, so let's get some water in the sink. Want to make sure that water is cool. And we'll get a cutting board. I got some fresh collards, and I got a bag of mustard greens, and I can go ahead and put these in the water. Now, even though I know some people that buy these greens in the bag and think they're clean. Y'all still gotta clean. You still gotta clean your greens. At least for me. Still gotta clean my greens, y'all. Even though they say they cleaned them and bagged them up and stuff, still gotta look through them. See that leaf? It's yellow and it's see there? Those light yellow leaves, and it looks like something been eaten on them. Those are gotta go. So I always kind of like look through the greens that are, even if they're already cut up, I kind of look through them to make sure there aren't any, see, like what is that? I don't know what that is. So I always kind of look through the greens to make sure there aren't any blemishes or spots or worms or anything that I can't work with that was not invited to the party. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to let these soak, but I'm going to go through them and kind of make sure I don't see anything that I want to take out. Even bagged up, you got to do that. So, and I see quite a few that I'm not going to keep. So that's what I always do first. And I'm going to do it a couple of times as I go through, because these greens, I don't just wash them once. I wash them more than once. And if it has a lot of these stems, I kind of take those just loose stems out too, because I like my greens to be tender. And sometimes those stems don't really get as tender as the actual leaves do. Who is that? Liz. Yeah, I've done collard and kale mixed together also. My husband isn't a big fan of the kale, but I've snuck them in there when they came out of my cousin Tony's garden. He had collards, mustards, kale, and turnips in his garden. And what he did was he just gave us a big bag of all of them mixed together. And my husband didn't know the difference. He cleaned them. He cleaned them all together and cooked them together. And they were delicious. But as far as like buying the kale out of the store, I don't really do it because he's not a big fan. Those fresh kale though, he was a big fan. We mixed it all together, and those were the best greens, y'all. Ooh, they were the best greens. I wonder if my cousin Tony's in South Carolina, where I'm from. So it's not like I can run over and pick greens out of his garden. But the next time I'm in South Carolina, I'm definitely, and he has a huge garden. So the next time I'm there, I'll turn the camera on and let you see what he has. And I'm pretty sure get a big bunch of greens to bring home and cook. Normally, I think I'm just excited from being on live, because normally I would have went through these greens as I pulled them out the bag, but now I made extra work for myself. But it's okay. I got a bunch of stuff in this sink that's going to get thrown away. And like I said, I'm going to go through these greens a couple of times. So for now, let's get started on the collards. I'll show you what I got here in the sink that's getting thrown away. So I got quite a bit of stuff. Orangeburg, that's not far from Columbia, South Carolina. If you know anything about Columbia, South Carolina, I'm from a little place called Arthurtown. It's off of Bluff Road in Columbia, South Carolina. And if you're familiar with William Bryce Stadium, which is the University of South Carolina Gamecock Stadium, it's right down the street from there. That's where I'm from. It used to be a huge farmer's market across the street from the stadium, but now it's like parking, and they put condos and stuff. They moved the farmer's market to West Columbia, but that's where I'm from, and I'm familiar with Orangeburg. My mother got her bachelor degree from South Carolina State in Orangeburg. And she got her master's from USC, which is the Gamecocks in Columbia. But we are from Columbia, South Carolina. So yeah, born and raised. That's why y'all hear the southern drawl. I'm country. I'm a country girl, y'all. Okay, let's get started. These collars look so good. Fresh collards. I got a small bunch of the young ones. They're smaller leaves, and I'm hoping that they are super tender. I prefer the young greens over the more mature, bigger greens because they get so tender. Rock Hill. I know somebody from Rock Hill too. No, not far from Rock Hill at all. I think Rock Hill, isn't that north of Columbia? That's up on the northern end of South Carolina. I have never been, but I knew an older lady named Miss Hazel that was from Rock Hill, South Carolina. But yeah, I'm very familiar with Rock Hill. I love South Carolina. I love going back to visit. I love my family from there. I don't think I'll ever live there. My mother actually was in the military, even though she's from South Carolina. She was in the military, traveled all over the world, Korea, Germany, all kind of places, visiting and in the military. But she and my stepdad ended up back at Fort McPherson in Atlanta, Georgia, which is now Tyler Perry Studio. They retired from there, and they had purchased a home while they were here, so they decided to retire from Fort McPherson and stay here. And that's how I ended up here in Georgia, because for me, home is where my mama is. Hey, Diva Clemson. All right. Hey, Shy. Good evening, girl. I didn't catch the name before you from Clemson, but hey, girl. Hey. These are my collard greens, y'all. All kind of South Carolina people. You know, South Carolina people, some good people. And so now, when y'all see me cooking these greens and beans all the time, when y'all hear me cooking these greens, see me cooking these greens and beans all the time, you know why. It's my upbringing. It's where I'm from, okay? My house is a mess, y'all. Y'all know I've been working for 4 days. And normally it's a clean with me or some form of cleaning this house after my days off. But I promise you, I've been asleep all day. I got up about... Thank you. Maybe I'll do more of it on live. I got up about 12:15 to say goodbye to my husband. He was headed to work. Video coming soon. Some big changes about him and employment. And I'm in the process of editing the video now. It won't be the next video that I post on See Me Vlogs, which is my vlog channel. But it will be the one after it. Girl, come on back home. You in New York City? My sister Shawan is in New York. And 3 of my sisters were raised in New York, but they all ended up in some form back down here in the South. Hey, Rosie, I'm doing well. Thank you for loving my channel. I love you guys too. That's why I do what I do, because I am not a professional by any means. But anyway, my sister Shawan is a real New Yorker. She'll never leave, lives in Harlem, walks to the grocery store every day, walks everywhere she goes. She's a real New Yorker, you know what I'm saying? But she lives a fabulous life, and you know, it's the kind of life she wants. But my sister Minnie is in DC, but my sister Africa is in Alabama. Her and her husband were in California. They both work for NASA. He's a rocket scientist, and she is, I believe, in accounting or finances. They both were at NASA in California, and then got transferred to the NASA in Alabama. So that's where they are now. So they came back down south, and they all have lived at some point in their lives in the South, but they're from New York. Me personally, I'm a Southern girl. All of that snow and stuff, I can't do it, y'all. I cannot do it. Now, these have a bigger leaf on it, which is not what I was shooting for, but we're going to make it do what it do. So I like to take the leaves off one by one, because what I'm doing is I'm looking at the leaves as I pull them off to make sure they're one. See, I don't have to go through them like I did with the bag that was cut up. I'm pulling them off one by one and examining them to make sure that they're... Are you still there? Sorry about that. Sorry about that. I had a call come in, and I'm doing my live on my phone. I have to call my cousin back. So anyway, I'm going through them one by one, and that's what's taking so long. And then after I get enough leaves to satisfy me, I roll them and cut them as small as I like them. Now, you don't have to cut them as small as me, or maybe you'll cut them smaller than I do. But I just don't like them really big. And I feel like it helps them to get more tender the smaller I cut them. So I roll them as tight as I can. You guys have seen me do this before on video. And then I cut them up small. Not super, super small. Those are stems. But small enough. Okay. Last little bit. See all of those stems? I throw these stems away, y'all. Uh-oh, one hit the floor, but it's all right. Okay, that's only 3 little leaves right there. So we're gonna let these soak. And while these are soaking, I'm gonna go ahead and turn the oven on. Get all of them down in the water. Some more of those stems are coming up to the top. I'm gonna let those soak for a little bit. And the next thing we're gonna work on, those turkey necks are boiling. So let me find a colander. Who is that? Hey, Ferris. Oh, good. Congratulations. I'm so excited. Look, the Biltmore is beautiful. I'm so happy for you. Got the smoked turkey necks. Let me show y'all if I can. See all of that stuff floating in it? That's fat and sodium. And I don't cook with that. Now, I remember growing up, y'all, and Grandma would put that meat on and let it boil down. And then she would just add the greens, and all of that stuff would be in it, and it would be good. And if you do that, you know, that's on you. That's up to you. But we can't do all that sodium and stuff. And that's just not appealing, right? To me, that scares me. So I boil the meat, and then I pour it off, strain it, and rinse it off. And you can see all that fat just going down the drain. And then I rinse out stuck all to the side. See how I'm wiping all that fat that's stuck to the side? once I've rinsed it off to my satisfaction, now that fat that went down is not in there. I saw it go through and go down the sink. I make sure I get it all off. And then I add more water. Now, normally, 2 or 3 times is good for me. But I also gauge it by how much fat I see floating after I've rinsed it for the 3rd time. If I see barely anything or the goal is nothing, then, hey girl, hey, I missed your name, but I saw you say hello. If I see nothing, then I go ahead and put it back on in fresh water and just let it start cooking, okay, till it's about falling off the bone. And then I add the greens. So that's what we do with that. That's what I like. That's the reason. And I think I've explained it a couple of times, but since I'm live, I wanted you to see firsthand. I went out to Publix. You'll see. Ooh, a mobile home for free. I didn't get to read all your comments, but I promise I'll go back and read them and try to answer them. That's my goal for the next 3 days while I'm off, is all those comments that I haven't gotten the opportunity to respond to in the last couple of weeks. I'm going to go through those while I'm off because I'm not really going anywhere. I'm just going to relax. So these are turkey wings. I found some nice sized turkey wings in Publix. 2 in each pack, not a lot. They are all natural, raised without antibiotics, no added hormones, fed 100% vegetarian, fed a 100% vegetarian diet, fresh, never frozen. So I'm going to try to cut them up. I'm not the best at cutting meat. But we're going to try to make it do what it do. Okay? We are going to try to make it do what it do. I'm also planning a trip, you guys, to Augusta. Augusta on Gordon Highway has about 5 mobile home dealerships just on Gordon Highway. So I'm pretty sure there's more in other places, but just on Gordon Highway they have 5 dealerships. So I'm going to plan a day to go down and visit and get as much footage as possible, because honestly, the trip that I made to Athens, those videos are coming to an end. I got some homes in Athens, you guys. I know you've been watching the videos. You guys have been real faithful about watching those mobile home tours. They had some absolutely beautiful homes. Now, if you're in Georgia and you're in the market for a really nice mobile home, no matter the budget, and you're anywhere near Athens, look on the last video that I posted, the Anderson, and get that address, you guys. If you can plan a trip to go take a look at those homes in person, I promise you won't be disappointed. I was very impressed with the quality of homes that they had. And they had homes for every budget. But it was the quality of homes that they had. Now, don't get me wrong. I love everything about all of the homes that I post. If you notice, I don't say negative things about any of those homes, because there is a home for every budget. And what some people might deem as trash will be somebody else's treasure. I hear a lot of people say, oh, I don't like the homes with the seams in it. I don't do the seams. My home has seams in it. I get a lot of compliments on my home, but my home has the seams in it. The difference between the seams and not having the seams is we've got the sheetrock. It's just not finished. It's just not the finished drywall. There are the beams in studs every 16 inches or whatever. You can hang pictures. I'm getting ready to put wallpaper up in my office. You can do whatever you want to these walls, right? They're just not finished. So like with drywall, you can repaint it and stuff like that. Not with these. But I have a nice home. I have no problem with my home. The difference between my home with the finished sheetrock versus the drywall is thousands of dollars. We got what we could afford. Everybody can't afford the 150, 180, $200,000 homes. Everybody can't afford the 80, 90, $100,000 home. Get what you can afford. So, you know, I appreciate everybody that stays positive and makes comments, even if it's not the type of home that you would purchase. I'm so glad that I haven't seen negativity, because what you might deem as something that's you're not interested in, somebody else would really appreciate and really love. So that's why I post homes for every price point, because I want everybody to have the opportunity to see something that appeals to them and encourage you to go after your dream. This is my third mobile home, you guys. I have no problem with living in a manufactured home. This home was inspected more than a stick-built home. Over 250 inspections are done on these manufactured homes just in the warehouse while they're being built. And then when you, and I'm going to talk about this more, I'm going through a series now where I'm telling y'all our experience as we were purchasing the mobile home. I just posted a video about, I did pretty good with cutting these turkey wings. I just posted a video telling you what the reason that we had a delayed closing, okay? And so the next video will actually talk about closing, and I have receipts for that video too. I have the whole packet of forms that we had to sign in the closing. I'm going to talk about the steps, the things that happened leading right up to the closing. We're going to talk about a lot of stuff in that video. I'm going to take you in this series all the way to moving into your home. So please be sure to pay attention when I post those videos. If you're in the market or you're thinking about it, or going through the process and not sure what happens next, I'm sharing our experience with purchasing the home. All right, so we got the turkey wings all cut up and clean. I did pretty good. I want to put them in this pan, but I don't think that's big enough. So let me find another pan. There's not much difference between this one and this one, but this is deep. This is deeper. So let's see if I can lay them. Can you see? Nope, this isn't big enough. Maybe I can do both of them. I think that's what I'll do. I think I'll do one baked and one smothered. And we'll see how that goes. Okay, so we're going to do this one baked. I don't really care for these tips. I think I'm going to take these tips out. What's the point of cooking them if you don't eat them? Okay, so we're going to do 4 and 4. I might be able to fit them in here, you guys. Boom. There it is. Okay. So let's season them up, why don't we? Can you see, or do I need to move you closer? I hope I'm not making anybody seasick. You did. This is the Temptations, and I have the whole set, you guys. I absolutely love this set. I got this set on QVC. This is the pie pan, pie dish. I have also made like potatoes au gratin in here. At the time, my kitchen was red. You've got this one. They all have a lid, a plastic lid. You got this size. Got this size. You got this size. I'm only doing this because somebody asked me about the collection before. You got this size. This size, this is an excellent popcorn bowl. Or a salad bowl or whatever you like. This is the bigger one. Goes with that. And I like to bake bread and cookies on this one, or at least display them, because I don't like to mess up the bottom. And then for each, just about each size, it came with these. Now you can use them as cutting boards. You can use them to put your hot dish on. It has a little, can you see the little feet on the bottom? And it has the different sizes. I use them for cutting boards. I put cheese and crackers on them if I have company. I just absolutely love this set. I think I paid $100 for the whole set on QVC. And I got my mom one too. So, you know, she has never even taken hers out the box. She's had it a couple years. And I'm thinking that when I hit 15,000 subscribers, that I'm going to, because she's going to give it back to me. She's never used it. I think I'm going to give her set away in a giveaway for my 15,000 subscribers. Is that a good 15,000 subscriber giveaway? What do you think? Let me know. So. Okay, so let's put all this back. I pulled all of that out. Okay. We're going to put all of this back. And then we're going to season those greens. Okay. No, not the greens. We're going to season these turkey wings. Okay. So you probably already know what I'm going to use, because I use the same thing all the time. Okay. We got onion powder. Season to taste, you guys. If you're going to do this on your own, it's up to you how much you use. Season to taste. I got to feel it in my hands. You know what I mean? This is garlic powder. Smelling good already. That's garlic powder. Tony Caceres Creole seasoning. I love this stuff. Not a whole lot of this because it's got a little sodium in it. I just want a little kick. Just a dab of chicken bouillon. Every time I use that Creole seasoning, it makes me cough. Now, because I'm putting soup in it, I'm not going to add the bay leaf. Ooh. I got cream of chicken with herbs and cream of chicken and mushroom. Hey, Leah. Greetings from Dallas. I have family in Dallas. My cousin, Adam Butler, he plays for the Patriots. It's from Dallas. Him and his dad, my cousin Clarence, his wife Kim, his sister Kim, and his brother Josiah. They all live in Dallas. Well, actually, like Duncanville, which is outside of Dallas. So greetings, greetings. And I also have a sister in San Antonio, Texas. Love Texas. Okay, so we got two cream of chicken soups. And if you've seen me do this before, you know I'm just gonna pour it on there. I'm gonna add a little water. Ooh. Make sure I get it all. Y'all, my hands are clean. Okay. And then the cream of chicken and mushroom. The first one was cream of chicken with herbs. And this one is cream of mushroom. It didn't really do anything with the... It didn't really do anything with the water, so I didn't even try it the next time. So I'm just gonna kind of mix it in, get those seasonings all mixed in with it. I do like the fact that I added a little water because I want a little water in there to make sure it's got enough liquid. It's going to, like, it's kind of jellied now because it was in the can. Y'all, I feel so awkward. I'm not really knowing what to say, but y'all get what I'm doing. Kind of mixing it in there so that the seasonings kind of mix with the soup. And once it gets to cooking, you'll see how the soup gets more liquidy and kind of cooks in with the chicken. So I turned on the oven. I didn't turn on the oven. Oh, I meant to turn on the oven a while ago. I said to myself, go ahead and turn on the oven so it can start heating up. So I'm going to let the oven heat up. And while it's heating, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this with foil. Try to get it as tight as I can. And then we'll make the cornbread. And we can put those both in at the same time. So I got that as tight as I can get it. I got to wash this pan. So we'll sit it out of the way. Wipe down the counter. Ooh. And the next thing we're going to do is the cornbread. Now, you guys have seen me do my cornbread a million times. You're probably tired of seeing me do my cornbread, but that's what we're cooking today. So, let's pour this turkey off. Again. Not so much this time, which is good. Ooh. Okay, that's hot. That is hot. Okay. Okay. Can you see it? I could just rinse that out. Not a whole lot. I like that. So this will be the third go round, and I think that we're going to go ahead and start cooking it because I didn't see a whole lot of nothing that time. Ooh, hot, hot, hot. So we're going to go ahead and get, matter of fact, since I'm gonna go ahead and start cooking it, let's sit that right there. I don't want you to turn over. Since I'm gonna go ahead and start cooking it, I'm gonna grab some chicken stock. So I didn't show you this, but this is the chicken stock from last week when I made dressing. So I'm gonna let this unthaw a little bit. I'm gonna put it in the microwave for about 30 seconds. Let's see what that does. I'm gonna put that in the microwave for about 30 seconds. In the meantime, my blinds are wide open, y'all. So let's close those blinds because I don't want people, my husband is at work, and I don't want people looking in here at me, seeing what I'm doing. So we'll go ahead and close those blinds, and I'm gonna cut the back lights on. All right, let's see what's going on here. So it's just something about that right there that I don't care for. I'm gonna throw that away. Still got a little in there, but I'm gonna reuse that chicken stock. That was some good chicken stock. And ooh, it smells good. And if that cooks down, I have some chicken stock, store-bought chicken stock that I can add to it. But I didn't want to throw away that flavorful chicken stock that I used, that I didn't really get to use, because I cooked the chicken in it and then I used the chicken and not the chicken stock. So, all right, let's do the cornbread. We're gonna do the cornbread, and y'all get to see firsthand me making the cornbread. I don't have any eggs. Y'all, I gotta go to the store. I ain't got no eggs. I can't make cornbread with no eggs, y'all. Gotta have eggs. What time is it? 6 o'clock. Okay, so I'm not gonna be able to do the cornbread with you because I don't have any eggs. But I gotta do it, so I gotta run to the store. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put the turkey wings in the oven, put them on 200, let them slow cook. Turn the smoked turkey on. And I gotta run to the store and get some eggs. So I'm gonna stop this live, and if you're not doing anything in about 15 minutes, I'll be back, okay? But we gotta have eggs. I thought I had eggs, but I'm not going far. I'm going right to the Dollar General and buy some eggs, and I'll be right back. So I'll see you guys in a little bit. Bye.